What's going on, YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Lexus IS500 and the 2024 Acura Integra Type S. Being an Integra owner, I get a lot of comments on my channel about people saying I should have got the Lexus, especially with the ordeal with the maintenance issue, but that's a completely different topic. The IS500 Lexus, they rank #1 when it comes to quality, and this is their compact sports sedan versus Acura's compact sports sedan. Now there are some huge differences, really huge differences. The price, we got $52,000 versus $63,000 starting price. We got a naturally aspirated V8 and we got a turbocharged 4-cylinder. We got 320 horsepower, we got 460 something horsepower, 470, somewhere in that area. And this is the full-on Type S, and for some reason, this is the F Sport. Lexus didn't do an ISF in this iteration of the IS. So what are they like to drive? I'm about to get to that in this video. And before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. These two cars, let me start off in the Lexus. They're similar but very different. A lot of people have been bringing these two up as a comparison. Like, hey, can you get a Lexus IS500? For sure. We got the red guts. Ew. Shout out to 100 Gang Nate. And this is going to be a more premium cabin, as it should be. It's a more expensive car. And then the back seats. These are quite tight back here. Like, I don't even know if I can sit behind myself. But watch out for the full review. I'm going to do a full review on this. This is more so a driving video. I'm just doing a brief overview. Looking at it, we got the quad tips on the back of here. And there's going to be some more similarities. The practicality, nice size trunk, carpeted. The Integra, like both of these cars look good from the back. Hey, yo, got the triple exhaust. This is also modified. That's why it's going to sound a little bit more rowdy. More practicality. Let me fix this because I was hauling some modifications up in here. But this is going to be way more practical because of the hatchback. The front seats. I got the red guts too in here. Ew, two-tone with the black. And this one is going to be cheaper feeling on the interior. But we got the manual, the 6-speed manual up in here. That's going to be the main difference. And I do feel there's a little bit more room in the rear seats of the Integra. A little bit more leg room for the little ones. And oh yeah, we're missing the seat. For some reason, we only got 2 seats in the back here. IS500, 5-liter V8. Stuffed that thing up under the hood of this compact car. And this has made it to an 8-speed auto. As I said, this is the 6-speed manual. My favorite gearbox. And then we got the 4-cylinder turbo. This actually looks a little bit nicer under the hood of the Integra, but we got a lot more space. 2 completely different. This one's got torque, but this one got torque for days. And the Lexus, we got the hydraulic struts on here. Prop ride on the Integra Type S. But that's all I'm going to give y'all. Stay tuned for the full review on the IS500. I'll get into the nitty gritty. And this car is going to be about 4,000 pounds, probably more than that, versus 3,200 pounds. How's that going to translate on the street? Let's find out right now. I'm going to start this drive off in yours truly, the Integra Type S. So the first thing you're going to notice when you take a turn, hard torque steer. It says front wheel drive. I got it set up in my individual mode. Car feels so light on its toes. Featherweight actually, and it is a featherweight for a 4-door sedan. 3,200 pounds, and man, you can definitely feel a difference. So I'm starting off in my individual mode, custom modes for both. I got the engine set to sport mode, suspension set to, hey, what is my suspension set to now? I changed it up recently. Sport plus mode. I want the rough ride in here. And then the steering is going to be comfort mode. I feel like it's trying to overcompensate for I don't know why they want to make it so hard to steer. It just doesn't feel natural. So comfort mode, it feels all right in. Get up and go. This manual is amazing. No other way to put it. It's a great manual. You're going to hear a lot more pops and bangs in here because this is an aftermarket exhaust. But the stock exhaust on the Integra Type S is going to do the same thing as well. This is just a little bit extra. And let me dial it back to comfort. It's going to quiet the exhaust down. It's going to be a more supple ride because I did have it in Sport Plus, the suspension. This is a very compliant ride. If you want a great daily, this is a great daily. Road noise, we'll hear that on the highway, which we're about to get on in just a moment. This car is no slouch taking off. It's got some get up and go. Being front wheel drive is going to have its drawbacks though, because this is going to want a torque steer and it's hard to put the power down on the front wheels. You can't be too aggressive taking off. It's just the physics behind front wheel drives will not let you be great. But I'm gonna put that back in my individual mode because we're about to get on the highway. All these slow mofos getting in front of me. Let's see if we can pass them up. Definitely gonna take the turns better than them. Integra's no slouch. Already up to speed. This car gets up and go. People call these cars slow. No idea what their problem is. Slow, like what's slow? Slow is relative. These cars go like 150 plus. That's not slow. The acceleration is pretty quick. It's not a freaking Hellcat. But it's not slow, man. Like 5 seconds to 60 is very good. And then having a whole lot less weight. People just don't account for weight nowadays. They're concerned about power. They don't think about weight. Weight is huge. If you ever played Forza, like a Forza Horizon game, the first thing I'm doing in any car, removing all the weight. That's where you're gonna get all your performance. Acceleration, braking, turning, handling. All that's going to increase when you lower your weight. And that's what this car is. The handling on this car is superb and supreme. Now that I'm cruising on the highway, you'll notice a little bit of road noise coming through these binaural audio earphones / microphones. If you want to quiet it down, comfort mode, as this vehicle gets out of their lane. Share the lane with me. I don't mind. Just don't get hit. Don't hit me. But even in comfort mode, it quiets down. I can talk in my Barry White voice. And it's all good. But we're going to crank it up for the curves that we got coming up. The best part, you can drop a few gears in here. In this car, you never get it misconstrued when you downshift. You drop your gear, you disappear. You never fumble it because this shifter is that great. Best part about this car, going through the curves, it's handled so well. Out of a turn, bam, takeoff, no offset, no Migos, RIP. Getting up to speed is no problem. A little bit of torque there. It always wants to pull to one side. That's a downfall with front wheel drive, especially having a lot of horsepower. 300 things get a little bit weird in front wheel drive cars, so hence torque steer. It's going to pull you to one side. It's not the greatest feeling in the world either. Kind of pulls you to one side or the other side. Some cars are a lot worse than others. Looking at you, Mazda Speed 3 and Focus ST, torque steered a lot, but this car, it mitigates that really well. It's probably one of the best in front wheel drive. Even the Fiesta ST, I think that was probably the best sporty front wheel drive car that I have driven, because I don't think the power that it had would let it torque steer that much. I got that crap turned off. That was the first thing I did in this car. Turn downshift rev mat, or the auto rev mat, that gets turned off. That's exactly what it does to me. It turns me off having that on. With a manual this good, you do not need that whatsoever. Why did they just run the red light? Okay. Dang, can I do that? Michigan is weird, man. They put all these brand new intersections right here. I don't know if I can turn left on here, because I know you can turn left on a one-way going onto a one-way, which this is technically a one-way, so I think I might be able to. I don't know, man. Let me know. I think I can. It's technically, yeah, that's a one-way going onto a one-way. And I'm gonna let them go, because what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna need a little bit of space. You dig? Doing it from a dig. I guess I need to let them get a little bit more space. These brakes are amazing, by the way, and it's lightweight, so it's gonna bite. Got them big rotors on there, and getting up to speed is a cinch. Hard to beat this Integra Type S as a all-around daily car. It just does so much well. A lot of boxes. That's why I bought one, man. It does many things very well. It excels at many things. Everybody's driving out of their lane today. Visibility is great. Family loves this car. It is missing on some features, but that ain't what this is about. This is a driving video. You clicked on this to see about driving. I gave y'all a little bit. All right, I'll give you a little bit more. It doesn't have rear vents in the back seat. It only has heated seats, no ventilated seats. I don't get a sunroof. There, you happy? You happy now? You wanted me to rag on the car? I'll rag on the car all day. Like, I'm not a fanboy of any car at all. Like, I don't care. If people talk to me like, oh, you got such and such car, M340i does better, or oh, you could have saved within the launcher hand. Dude, I don't care. I don't give. What's the name of the song I got playing? IDGAF. That's exactly how I feel. Like, I don't care, man. I buy cars, I experience them. That's the fun part for me. No alliance to any brand. If you make a fun car, I'll love it and I'll buy it. Check my channel. That's what I mean when I say browse my channel. I had a bunch of good cars on here. Personal cars that I have on. Costs a lot of money to get in and out of these cars though too. But we're about to get out the Integra and go on to the IS500. Watch this. First things first, these seats are mad comfortable and very supportive. Something I can't say about the Integra Type S. Those seats suck, and they gotta be the worst seats I've ever ridden in any car. Like, of all the cars, those seats are trash. Let me put on the slapstick so I can do the manual shifting mode, because that is so fun. This thing has a stupid turn signal where you gotta flip it in the opposite direction to cancel it. No head-up display in here. This car revs up to over 7,000 RPM. That is wild. This reminds me of a new age E39 M5. It's a little bit smaller, but it's like the same recipe. God, it sounds amazing too. I got this in my custom mode. Let me just put it on plain sport mode. One thing about these cars, you cannot utilize the limits. A V8 that can have a red line this high, you cannot utilize that on public roads, man. That is, yeah, you shouldn't do that at all. This is a lot of engine. And these paddle shifters are fun as well. That's the way I prefer to shift in here. But when you're cruising around town, the automatic is great. Got the butt coolers. Takes a little minute for that thing to get going. And it's a nice touch to it. This is something that Lexus has. The interior does look a little bit dated, as this is kind of an older platform. Everything's still solid. High quality materials. Everything. This is extremely soft touch right here. So when you rest your knee on the long trips, that is super supple. Probably the most supple of all the cars that I've driven. Let me slap it in the normal mode for now. And the car around town, it just does its thing. Let me switch my modes back to, let me put it in eco mode. We ain't trying to race nobody right now. And there's going to be a huge difference in the miles per gallon. My Integra, that tank, that was a pretty high tank. I was averaging 25 miles per gallon. I'm normally around 21. And this car so far, I'm averaging 16 miles per gallon. And that's just been normal driving. I haven't really even got on it yet. So I expect that to fall. But around town, this would be a car that I would like to be in every day. But it is one transmission short of extreme greatness. I enjoy manuals. That's the only cars that I would buy at this point in my life. And this being the 8-speed auto, that just wipes it off. If I get like something mad views on YouTube to where I'm doing like crazy car builds, I promise I'm going to buy one of these V8 Lexi and I'm going to manual swap it. This car would be the perfect candidate for it. I was crazy about the GSF, and I recently looked at those to replace my Integra with. But those cars have increased in value. They were down to like 40K for a GSF. Now they're up to like 50K. I'm like, dude, these are old cars. But this ISF would be the more modern car. This would be the better choice than the GSF at this point right now. They are up there in price. Let me slap that stick. This thing goes up in the gears really fast. I'm gonna put this in sport mode so we can enjoy it. And I'm about to drop like 10 gears so we can get to the fun speeds. And as I said, you gotta flick the turn signal the other way to cancel it should you not use it. Now let us merge onto the highway, the expressway. Goodness, look at that speed. Good googly moogly. Not know we were doing that. That was just the third gear. This got 8 gears. I thought I'd be going slower than that. Oops. Well, we on the highway now. Might as well slip it back to automatic mode. There ain't no point in it. I can't. That was like 80 miles an hour on the on ramp. It didn't even feel like it. But the car has so much more to give. That is wild. And we are most likely in 8th gear, only turning 2,000 RPM. So you're going to save on your gas mileage on the highway. It's rated 25 on the highway, so you're going to catch up when it comes to miles per gallon. Should you be doing this as a road trip car? This car would be amazing for a road trip. Suspension, even in sport mode, is smooth, supple. Let me dial it back to, I get this thing to normal mode. Okay, normal mode, got to push it in. And there's a little bit cramped in the back. This car is small. The Integra feels much larger on the interior. But man, the sound deadening in here is on another level. It's much better than in the Integra. It's so quiet in here. And the engine, you don't even hear anything until you stomp on it. You see that thing turn amber up in there. Get a Hemi over there and run for his money. For real, like really. It's probably Dustin's Scat Pack. So this car is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like it's every day can be like an executive car, but when you want to get on it, it moves. Now let's see how it does in the turns, because this is a much heavier. Oh dang, yeah, we got a lot of road. But let's see what it's like when we get in the actual turn. And being rear wheel drive, you can do fun things in this car. By fun things, I mean burnouts, donuts. That's something you can't do in the Integra unless you're in the snow doing it in reverse. That just looks stupid. If I weren't married to the manual, this would definitely be on my list of cars to buy. It's just such a great everyday car, especially pairing it up with my Miata. My Miata is my ultra fun car where I can go 10 tenths all the time. This car I can't really do that in, but a lot of cars in today's market, you really can't do that unless you're buying like a Civic. Even the Type R and Integra Type S, you can't just bring it out all the time. This car right here, definitely with such a high RPM or a high red line, it's like, whoa, how can you even enjoy that on the street? But it's got the torque, got globs of torque, and I like torquey cars as well. It just depends on the car. This reminds me of comparing it to the Camaro's powertrain, the LT1. Like that car has a ton of mid-range torque, but didn't rev high. Now the Mustangs, they're gonna have that revving out high V8. That's similar to what this is, the same displacement as well, 5.0. This car ain't even trying, 5,000, boom, rocket mode. Let me put it in sport so we can get all the tight settings, the best response from the throttle. I like the sound of this too. If you haven't, go check out my review I did on the RCF Track Edition. That's a rare car. I enjoyed that car as well, but that's a lot of car. A whole lot of car, man. Especially for like, I don't know what Lexus was doing. It's such a nice car to drive every day, but they tried to make like it's a collectible car. That's what it is at the end of the day. You got the giant wing, all the carbon fiber bits. And that's basically what this is. This is a 4-door sedan of the RCF. But this isn't the full F car. This is the F Sport. It's probably not as hardcore. They should have just gone all the way. I don't know why not. And man, I actually considered getting a Lexus. I always wanted a Lexus IF since like the 250. Those came with the manual with the 200 horsepower, very weak V6. But just for the manual, because they had the 350 as well, which was doing 0 to 60 in like 4.5 seconds in like 2008 maybe. But yeah, I wanted the manual, and I was considering getting one of those a couple years ago, actually. Had ventilated seats way back then for like the 2011. And Lexus still does that kind of thing. You get a ton of options in these cars. Oh, sunroof. Hello. How you doing? It's a great thing. The Integra is not even an option on the Type S. You got it on the A-Spec Integra, but yeah, on the Type S, you don't get that. That's what I like about with luxury cars, which actually Acura has a hard time like identifying like what is it. You need features like this, the ventilated seats. We got vents in the rear seat. Like it's kind of hard to for the price to justify it. And this is only a few thousand. Well, it's a lot more like $9,000 more base for base. And this car can go up to closer to $70,000. But to be in that luxury realm as a buyer, I expect all those options. That's just me. I like everything that comes with the car. Give me all you got to get. That's the whole point of buying like a luxury sedan from a luxury brand. Luxury. And the dealership experience, I'm not even gonna tell y'all about my dealership experience I had with Acura recently. I had a horrible one and a great one, but the great one was due to a PR reason, which I don't mind. They treated me like a king. It felt great, but that's what should have happened from the first dealership. Get back on the highway. Why they doing the same thing I'm doing? Why are you doing that? I'm gonna let all these people go. Oh damn, we got a motorcycle coming. It's so hard to like merge in with them. How fast is he going? Woo! This engine roars, dude. And this is what I be talking about, like enjoying the car on the street. Third gear, that's normally. This car got 8 gears, man. I'm supposed to be able to like bring it through third, but I'm already at like, this is ticket speed right here, and that's not even up to 7,000. This pedal got like a 2-step system. Like you can press it down a little bit, or you can just stomp it down even more to like unleash all the power, or at least that's what it feels like. This car is, man, it is no slouch at all. Just feels great. It's so comfortable to drive. It's a completely different buyer for these cars. This is a true luxury car person. They would enjoy this more than the Integra. The Integra is more of a weekend car with some luxury features. Not even a whole lot. It's just got a little bit to give. But this gives you more luxurious features. The interior is just much better materials, much higher quality. You can tell the Integra is based off the Civic, and this is a Lexus, like through and through. Just all these high quality material. So kudos to Lexus for building this. I wouldn't buy one because of who I am as a person. Run up these subscriptions, all these subscribers and views, I'm manual swapping one of these. I promise you, man. This or RCF, the LC500, one of these V8 Lexus. This engine is too good to not have a manual. What is it like in the curves? I still really couldn't tell. It's not the most talk, but for day-to-day driving, it's straight. This engine just sounds so good. I don't even know what the exhaust sounds like because I can't really hear it. But just the engine though. This thing is marvelous.
Accident reported ahead.
Whoop, let me slow down, man. Slap. Oh, dang, was I not in manual mode? Oops. It still did what I wanted it to do. But yeah, this car, very, very nice. But that's my comparison between the two. Drop a comment, let me know which one you prefer. Cause I got a lot of people liking this Lexus on the channel, but I got the Integra Type S. That's where I spent my money. So it's a different car for a different person. And just let me know which one you prefer. With that being said, I'm Q checking out. Everybody drive safe, man. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.